felt alone for all of my childhood, really, because I was holding on to this secret that no one knew. I grew up with 7 brothers and sisters. My family immigrated here from Vietnam. Being in such a big family, my dad was the only person working. My mom was the stay-at-home mom, but she had depression, so she didn't really pay much attention to us at the time. So we kind of grew up together and took care of each other. My older siblings, they struggled a lot, and so I made sure that I was always there for my youngest siblings to make sure that they know that they're loved and that they're supported. I've always felt like I was their caretaker. I always felt the need to protect them. My abuse started when I was 8 years old, and it lasted for about 10 years, up until I was 18, 19 years old. I was very quiet. It took me years to actually come up with the courage to actually say anything, because my dad pretty much groomed me not to say anything. So hiding all of my pain and such was what I was used to. But I knew that I had to say something for my own sake and my own sanity.
To be sexually abused as a child is really to hide a secret, and to hide that in many different ways. Sometimes it's behind a smile. Sometimes it's behind being very quiet or very perfect, or just staying very small. But it is so much about hiding and keeping a secret, and that becomes a way of life.
It made me to be a perfectionist in a way. I always strived to get straight A's. In public, I acted like a normal child, cheery, smiley, but behind closed doors, I was scared all the time. I had to repress a lot of my memories to protect my siblings. I didn't want them to see the pain that I went through. And it taught me to be strong for them so that I can pave their way out of that home, pretty much.
It's a profound act of courage to come here and to walk up the steps and ask for help. And, we understand that sometimes that process takes a very long time.
My initial experience here at Walnut Park Counseling was very warm and very inviting. She greeted me with a smile, and she listened to me. She made me feel like I was able to open up. I would say that it was the best experience and the best decision that I made.
I really focus on that word courage, because I think she had tremendous courage in coming here and talking and looking at her life and at the things she wanted, and she's come so far.
Survivors find hope at Roanoke Park Counseling because we hold that place. We get to watch as hope and vitality emerge and believe that that's really possible for every survivor that comes here.
What really was striking was how her life was transformed. She started really respecting herself, really making choices that were difficult, that challenged her self-concept, and her self-concept really grew, which is wonderful to see, and common.
Ho-Young decided to go to therapy and stuck with it. It was really incredible to see the growth and the progress and the person who she is today. I hope she'll agree with me. She's in a much better place, a much better person, and hopefully happier person.
What I found at Walnut Park Counseling is a therapist who I fully trusted. like with everything.
We get to see how it is that people come and start to let go of the layers of protection and start to find themselves and find a different life for themselves. And it's wonderful, and we feel so grateful to be a part of that.
This sort of thing never gets talked about in the BIPOC community, and I want them to know that they're not alone. It's okay to reach out for help. Mental health is very important, and I want to reach as many avenues as I can with my own story.
It's more than the people in this building. It's about the community that supports this work and recognizes how important it is to have this safe place for survivors.
There's such a caring group of people. I haven't met anyone as caring or as loving and as warm as these group of staff here. I would like other survivors to know that finding help is not an easy journey. It takes time, it takes commitment, and it really takes a lot of courage. But I also want them to know that they're not alone. No matter what their story is, no matter their background, no matter who they are, they're not alone, and that there are people out there dedicated to help them.